And we're going to be going into game number 1 between these two players. So, are you ready, QXC? It's all right, it'll fix.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's start it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play it. Easy peasy lemon cheesy. Let's go ahead and see what these players are up to. So, in the top left-hand corner of Ohana, we have rox.kis, Pomi. Nice. QXC, I'm so glad you're here because you're like one of the only people that actually do that with me.
What do the other people do? They just stare at you?
Gretorp,
what are you doing?
They don't take my line.
Oh, your cue?
My cue, yeah.
It was so obvious, though.
I know, right?
Who's the other guy?
Short stuff?
Red Protoss.
Alicia.
Bottom right-hand corner. Known as...
Alicia! I got some vibrato going in there.
Meanwhile, stream chat is like, what the fuck was that? Like, mute this! Oh my god, my ears are bleeding!
Whatever. I can go QQ.
Whatever.
PvP, yo. PvP.
Yeah, so like they're both building probes and like there's a pylon.
Mining.
Yeah, and like some chroma boost going down on this nexus.
What
like
is
it's
that?
like this swirly blue thing.
Are you trying to do like an East Coast accent?
Yo, and like meanwhile, my probe is like going out. He's gonna build another pylon. No, that's a gateway.
Do you know where I'm from? Do you know where I'm from?
Meanwhile, the yellow base, he like hasn't even. Oh, there's a gateway. Sick.
Do you know where I'm from? I'm from the Jersey Shore.
Yo, you're a Jersey boy.
Sadly, there are people that talk like that.
Meanwhile,
a lot of people, man.
We got like an assimilator going down for Alicia, and over in Pomi's base, he's also getting an assimilator. But the main difference right now is Pomi is actually scouting much earlier than Alicia is. Alicia puts that pylon in a very nice spot for later warp downs. That's the
Warp
technical
downs.
term.
Yeah.
Is a warp down.
It's better than warping in.
Or warping up.
Or right. Or left.
Yo, it's a warp left. Cybercore going down for both players.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about PvP on this map. Let's just go from there because I know 4-gate, a lot of people know this matchup to be a very 4-gate heavy style, but on a map like Ohana,
Seems very easy to defend your natural.
Exactly. Or even your main. So 4-gate kind of not going to be the best way to actually go about it. We still see it just to keep our opponents honest here and there, because you do see a lot of times that players will go for something super greedy, saying, okay, I'm not even expecting 4-gate because it's terrible, so I'm gonna say, okay, I'm not even going to defend against it. Let's go for something super tech greedy, and they go something like 1-gate Robo, or not 1-gate Robo, 1-gate Twilight Council, maybe even Dark Templars, things like that, to be super, super, super greedy.
Here we see a second gateway coming up from Alicia. He does Chrono Boost out that Stalker. Meanwhile, in Pomi's base, he's still on 1 gateway. Pomi hasn't started Warp Gate.
What?
That can't be intentional. I can't believe that he didn't... What? Well, we'll see if he notices. Meanwhile, in Alicia's base, Warp Gate tech is about halfway done.
Yeah, I think it is intentional.
I don't believe you.
I think it is.
I don't think so. Warp Gate is too good and too cheap to not get.
Dude,
this isn't.
It's a lot of minerals and gas, dude. 50 minerals, 50
This
gas.
isn't like the beginning of StarCraft 2.
That's like a Reaper.
When like I think it was White Raw. He was like, what do I need Warp Gate for? What do I need Warp Gate for? It is delay. I can build units without Warp Gate. I don't understand. We're not in that era anymore.
And then he realized it was 60 seconds to upgrade. He's like, oh, and I can Chrono Boost this as well? I can make this a 40-second upgrade? Oh!
Or a 20-second upgrade? Oh, Warp Gate very good. I make every game now.
The only reason why I say it might be intentional is because he's not going a lot of gateways in this beginning stage.
He has 160 minerals and 170 gas.
There it goes. And he hasn't Chrono Boosted the Cybernetics score at all. He's going for a Robo. So I just figured maybe he's
There's absolutely no way
You're right. He's
intentional.
throwing down another gate. No. Yep. There's the second gateway. So, okay, there's no reason for him not to get the Warp Gate that early. But it's okay, man. He just got his Robo a little bit earlier.
No, he didn't. He had 250 gas.
Yeah, that was That was crazy.
Ooh, okay, so robotic support base. So Pomi is going to go into one base Colossus. Meanwhile, over in Alicia land, we do see 3 gateways. Oh, wait, they're both going Colossus.
Yep. This is the most riveting PvP.
Yeah, why can't they just 4-gate each other?
And just big micro battles in the middle of the map.
War of Worlds.
That's what we should do one day. We should, or Proton should do one day.
One day.
One day they should be like, okay, we're just gonna go 4-gate. Agree? In the middle of the map, micro wars. Whoever wins that wins the game. No macro.
Oh.
Just
Alicia has 1 stalker in the middle of the map. Does pick off the observer. The overzer.
Overzer.
Yeah. So Alicia actually looking really good right now. One thing about this Colossus heavy play is you really want to make, well, Robo heavy plays, you really want to make the fewest number of observers as possible. And so the second observer that Pomi is making now is going to, it cuts into his Colossus count. He would really like to be making another Colossus right now. The observer is going to come out very soon. Alicia does back the observer away just in case that what's coming out is an observer. And it looks like Pomi's going to be able to get that. He's running underneath it. He sees it. And there we go. The observer is going to go down. And the thing now is Alicia does not know, well, he does not know that Pomi is going Colossus. And if Alicia was really paying attention, he would notice that Pomi didn't have Warp Gate. But that's one of those things that you just like, you just wouldn't see it. You'd scout and you'd be like, huh, gateways. Well, okay.
Dude, you hating on that Warp Gate.
I'm just saying, man. It's just one of those things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not an intentional move. It's just, you just forget. Like, it happens. It's like when you play a 50-minute TVT and you don't get combat shields.
Everybody's been there before. Have you been there before?
I have been there before. Yeah. And here we see, and this is really where it's going to, well, big attack here, but Pomi has the superior position, but he does not have the superior army. He's definitely down in the unit count. A couple of force fields there don't really do a whole lot. They are going to prevent, no, they didn't really do anything. The Colossus just dealt with that. And
oh god,
Alicia, despite having superior numbers, only had 1 immortal and was attacking into a pretty bad position there. I'm not sure this is really the best decision. A 3rd immortal comes out. Pomi is going to be able to clean this up, no problem. So here was the plan. Let me lay it out for you.
I'm waiting.
Beginning of game, I forget Warp Gate tech. Then my opponent scout me, he see few unit, he try to attack me, but Warp Gate finish just in time, hold attack, win game, easy.
It's no problem. Do you know what I realized actually? I was watching Star Wars, The Phantom Menace in 3D the other day. Actually on Valentine's Day. And what I noticed was all the bad guys are actually Asian accents. Have Asian accents.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you.
Like,
but
and they're like the ugliest people in the world. And I'm just like, what is the message that George Lucas is sending to me?
Beautiful people can't be evil.
I'm like, what is this kind of? They're like, oh, we have so much problem. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know whether to be offended right now.
So Pomi is definitely ahead right now in terms of, he's got more harvesters, a bigger army, but he is behind on the thermal lance research. He also has less Colossus, but he does have those 3 immortals doing quite a bit of damage in that one battle. So 2 Colossus versus basically like 2.5. Alicia just a little bit ahead in the Colossus production. Thermal Lance going to finish a little bit earlier for Alicia, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. There's not really a battle coming soon. Both players just kind of licking their wounds at this point.
Yep. Now Pomi is looking like he wants more harvesters now. He is at 33 harvesters, so that is oversaturation in his base. That means he should be gearing up for some sort of nexus. He's actually making another probe. This is really surprising. You normally don't make probes. You can look. They're at equal income, just about equal income, and that's because, you know, the efficiency of 28 harvesters, it should be actually 30 harvesters, is equal to anything above 30 harvesters. So you can't, you're not really going to get much.
I would guess that the whole, forgetting Warp Gate tech and getting attacked at that point where he was, I think Pomi really thought the game was going to end there. Like, Warp K Tech gives you a pretty decent advantage in terms of production. Things produce faster, besides the initial cost of changing the gateway. And now he's on a little bit of an autopilot. He kept making probes. You can see he's at 35 now when he doesn't really need them. If he cuts probes for a little bit, just makes units, he can get a nice timing attack, or he can cut probes, and that will kind of pay for the Nexus.
Well, we'll see what he actually does. He's still not cutting anything. He's actually supply capped right now.
He's stopped making probes.
He's supply capped, that's why.
I mean, he could still have a probe queued up, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, and both players have an observer. Pomi getting a sick position. Alicia is totally out of position. He's got one less Colossus, but Pomi is going to press the advantage. Does kill the observer.
Don't forget those Immortals.
Yeah,
I mean, the Immortals actually tank a lot of damage out of the Colossus, so if he actually engages, Pomi would actually win this
Yeah,
really
I don't know
easily.
why Pomi is backing up and Alicia is pushing. Pomi, if they just attack move, Pomi is going to take this battle without too much trouble. The Zealot's getting picked off here, and now he's finally going to attack. He realizes, I can't keep running, but those 3 Immortals, 4 Colossus, there's just no way for Alicia to hold this. Pomi pushing in. The Immortals doing a ton of damage to those Colossus, trying to micro against the Colossus, picking them off, but the Zealots, the Immortals, everything goes down, and Pomi is going to take this game
convincingly. There it is.
Very convincingly. So we see actually the first foreigner today to win a game against a Korean. It is the Russian Pomi Protoss.
Russian Protoss Pomi?
Yes. We'll be going into game 2 in just a moment.
For show, so catch us after the fight.